and I'm wondering if maybe we're in some sort of maintenance window that I didn't know about. Anybody hear anything about a maintenance today? Because this is just not staying connected. Hey Tara, how's it going? You know, I'm using TikTok Live Studio to do the stream to TikTok, but then I'm just using the Arena client you can download for PC. It looks like, oh, I was like, are we gonna not be able to play today? That was gonna make me very sad. Hey Tara, let's give this a go again, okay? I've got a fresh head, fresh mind. I went to the gym already. Hopefully I am a little peaked up. It's all good, yeah. It looks like it's working, so I think we're good. Get a little more caffeine running just in case. But yeah, it looks like matchmaking's being a little slow. There we go, maybe. If it goes to a draw, immediately I'm going to be concerned. Spooky, welcome in. Doesn't look like it did. That's good. Got a lot of mana. That's good. We're stuck on a... Yeah, it might be that. And it might be. Is it still... Chaotic, you're getting a connection screen error? That is interesting. We're gonna... Did that fix it? Let me know. Okay. So it looks like even though it only showed one on my taskbar, there were in fact 2 instances of Arena open, which hopefully explains all the bugginess. If I pop that down and drop Monk of the Open Hand, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should do Xochitl since I can. Is it this turn though? The next... It doesn't list an expiration on that. I'm curious. We're going to for science it. It's okay. I am going to play it today and just kind of get my head around it. I might make my own... I don't know... For science. Yes, for science. I am a little trepidatious about... spending the time to build the deck right now. Just because I kind of need to run the stream tighter, so I'd kind of rather try to get your, you know, perspective on it and then maybe circle back at it later. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay. I think not making the deck, there's a lot of fiddly bits in here that I'm like just not grokking right away. Like I should not have flickered that. I'm still a little confused about how Xochitl's flicker is being used in this deck. You think it's because of all the updates? They've had one just about every day. That's true. If you are in the purple place, Spooky and Tara, I will gladly take any advice about how to get more people over on the purple place, because, like, for some reason, last month we took a huge hit over there, and I'm not really sure. Room, welcome in. I'm not really sure why. I mean, one of the things I'm trying to do is go back to Streamlabs to kind of help the quality of the stream a little bit, but, it's meant divorcing it from the TikTok app, which is fine, and I hope it matters, but I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure what I hate to say doing wrong, but there's definitely something going on over there that I don't understand. How are you doing, Room? Blake, welcome in. And Rocket, good morning. Snacks. I do have snacks. I think I'm going to do a banana. I did do weightlifting this morning. Mostly machine work. Oh, thank you. All you had to say was go to the purple place. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it is. It's not something that I think I am intuiting the best way to deal with, you know? On the other hand, TikTok's also very, very valuable to me. So, like, either interaction is good. But I'm glad to have you over here, too. Alex, welcome in. Goofy, I am so excited. I think, what commander do I think is going to be on top? Vivi. Vivi is already slated to be one of the most powerful CDH commanders we've ever seen. I think the biggest problem we're going to have is that there's going to be a weird intersection between people who love Final Fantasy and want to play characters like Vivi, and then the power level that those characters are going to come in at. Because Vivi is barely... You're going to have to try to not make that deck, like, a 4. What just happened there? Okay, cool. Fortunately, I still might be able to get him. Hey, Kev, how's it going? Like, I'm super excited for it, but, like, some of these cards are stupid good. So good. I think this is a full swing moment. He's either taking the 4... So he's going to block Shiko, okay. We can just recast the commander, so I'm not really stressed about that. Yeah, Vivi is definitely going to be in CDH, for sure, for sure. Yes, I mean, slightly. Because the audience and the view time over on the Purple app are smaller, view time over there is very significant. But on the flip side, TikTok's really pushing live creators right now, so they're both good. I also would say I get a slightly higher percentage from like ad money and subscriptions on the Purple Place. So if you're doing any of that, that's a good place to do that. But any support and all support I can get, I'll take. It'll be interesting to see if we can kick that over, to Creator Fund this month or not. DBN, welcome in. How's it going? I'm assuming Perp is a reference to Purple Place, but I could be wrong. Just called Perp in Brawlhalla community? Okay. I don't think this will get to come back and survive, but I am curious. Okay, so he just got the infinite off with the Niv-Mizzet thing. That's what I thought I saw. I just wanted to make sure. These apps make content creators jump through absurd hoops. It is really weird. Purple lettuce is cool. You own an organization? That's cool. You think Rog and Silas are the best, but Vivi's easily gonna yeah. It is interesting that they made an infinite built into Niv-Mizzet like that. Very nice. Covert Go Blue, yeah. He's pretty good. I think Covert Go Blue is a very good example of the other type of creator, because there are creators who are pushing the skill level of the community up, and I think that's good on some levels. I wish more new players watched people like him, but I also think there is some like real merit to the thought of like, is there a point where refinement starts to work backward against the community? Like, when your decks get too good, are we really just trying to push everybody into CEDH? And that's something I never want to have happen. And I really hope we don't go that route, but it feels like we are, in fact, between design power creep moving up and then community play skill, piloting skill moving up, we are moving towards a normalcy. Like, I think if the average Commander player from right now went back 5 years ago and played Commander, everybody would be like, oh my god, that guy's deck's so good. And like, it's now just kind of like the norm. Hey Joe, how's it going? I don't know if that's bad or anything. It just definitely seems to be something that's happening. Yeah. Scry Babies, you think they have the best CDH content? Okay, I'll check them out. Okay, he's tapped out. Why would he be attacking with something I can just first strike? That was a choice. I think Vadrik is an interesting card, and we don't really see enough of Vadrik's presence, I don't think. I mean, and I worry sometimes that, like, what do we want the future of the hobby to be like, right? Like, I am beginning to feel like we probably need actually separate formats for CDH and Commander. And I know that's going to make... Oh, thanks! Appreciate it. That's going to make some people, like, upset when, like, Mana Vault and Lotus Petal and those things get restricted out of casual CDH. But it's time. Fast mana and accelerated playstyles. And it's okay. Then people can be honest. People can be like, no, I want 7-turn games. And then, you know, if other people want to have a casual game night with 1 or 2 games with their friends, you know, they can do that too. You think CDH shouldn't have a ban list? I mean, that would certainly be a way to handle it. Pretty soon they're going to make cards that say crazy things like door to nothingness, yeah. I mean, I don't think, like, alternate win con cards at this point are becoming a very valid response to the overall power creep. Like, I'm actually looking at 20 ways to win, that Secret Lair deck they did, and thinking, you know, should I just start upgrading this to an actual, like, Pillow Fort deck that you just can't touch me until I win? Is that becoming a viable strategy? You know, other than counterspells, obviously. I'm almost wondering if it isn't. Right. You like that, you said, Blake? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just don't know that everybody who plays like that is wanting it. Platinum Angel, a Swiftfoot, yeah. That is definitely a response. Your favorite way to play is Bracket 4, but CDH. See, that's the thing, though. I'm going to say it. I actually think, Room, that Bracket 4 is turning into CDH. And I don't think that's necessarily bad, but I think people need to be more honest about it. Because I don't think people are being honest about it right now. Yeah. I mean, Rocket, there's definitely ways to beat it, right? Gas station, welcome in. And that's one of the things, too. Another thing that is probably an unpleasant truth about Commander is everybody wants to say, but not my deck. Like, oh, I'm playing Atraxa, but it's not CEDH. And I'm like, there comes a point where you probably need to admit if you're playing certain things, it's going that way. You're never honest. Well, I'm a writer, and people say that writers are professional liars, so I don't know. Maybe I'm sus. Am I sus? Is that the problem? Is it me? Am I the problem? Hey, Stream Daddy. How's it going? And thanks for the hat. You just wanted to be included? You're always included, Gas. Let's go ahead and pop that too. Jody, welcome in. I am the problem. I'm the drama. Brian, welcome in. Do we? Oh, we do have. Oh, okay, let's do that then. Oh, wait, you're the drama? Okay. Maybe we're both the drama. You're in Plat standard rank night now. Nice. Yeah, and you know, I've seen bracket 1 decks that are first second turn kill. So like again, I think the bracket system, this is just, I think it's just time to make them 2 different formats. People are not capable of policing themselves. Or rather, are unwilling to do so. You had to join Azorius Omniscience? That's a whole thing. But, Room, I do agree that the 10 list was more useful. I actually will agree with that statement. I think that the bracket system is a step backward in terms of identifying power level. I also think it's interesting because, like, at this point, people in my pod are just becoming more comfortable just saying, hey, I don't want to play against Theft or Mill decks, you know? Which is unfortunate because they're 2 strategies I really enjoy. But people are being honest with me now, just saying, hey, I don't want to play those. I am not of the inclination to do that back, because if everybody talked and said, hey, don't play the things I don't like, there would be very few mechanics left, honestly. Autumn, welcome in. Your buddy has a bracket 3. Yeah, there is a deck in our pod that is currently considered a 3 that won CDH tournaments. Hey, Orsak, how's it going? I agree, the 10 powerless was easier. And honestly, like, I think there's just something to be said for just owning your shit, right? Like, you know, if you're spending $3,000 on a deck, that deck is not casual. It's kind of unfortunate, Deviant. I agree. It is a little frustrating that is not a thing. We'll do Destroy Tapped. We will target... Aw. Do we have any cards each opponent or target opponents? Yeah. There are decks out there that are only as good as their opponents. That is true. I mean, that's like playing... Someone who plays a lot of clone and theft stuff sometimes. There are definitely things where I think my deck... Oh, did the hat go on me? I didn't see the hat go on me. Did I miss the hat? I might have missed the hat. But like, yeah, as somebody who plays those things like theft or cloning, if your deck sucks, my deck sucks. And I'm probably having to go back to my fallback whale to win, you know, like, oftentimes I'll have like a big like turn 5, turn 7 situation. Scary, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Hello, Jen. Welcome in. You still use the 10 list in your pod? Yeah, it's interesting, though, because I do remember a lot of folks saying, oh, my deck's a 7, oh, my deck's a whatever, and it was always kind of like, is it? I just would prefer they separated the formats at this point. I think that's where I'm at with it. think that would be the best thing for the community at this point. I think people would be frustrated by it because people would not want to admit that their decks were CEDH. There'd be a lot of quote-unquote casual commanders who'd have to get real serious with themselves and have to just be like, wow, like, because I've been playing these games a long time, and at this point, you know, I've been confronted. Someone's, you know, said, "Hey, you let me win," or, you know, "Why aren't you playing like a worse, like a stronger deck?" And oftentimes I'm like, because I don't want everybody to be miserable. Raven, welcome in. Like, there was a time where if you played against me, you were probably going to get stasis lockdown. And watching people just slowly, like, the will to live, leave their eyes is not fun. And it was weird because back then, we were playing, you were never a great player, yeah. Back then, there were so few players that were, like, available. You usually were playing with whoever you could play with, right? Like, the idea that you would just, like, walk away from your pod was mind-blowing, because back then, there weren't enough Magic players you could do that. Like, you might have been walking away from the 10 people who played in your city. I had a little better situation than that, fortunately. But, like, it took a while for people to actually start being like, no, this isn't cool, I don't like this. But if you're, like, in a small place, like, Gas, do you mind me saying, like, you're from a smaller community? I could say that without, like, doxing you or anything. You know, you're from a smaller community. You know what it's like to, you know, deal with that situation where, like, there is nobody else to play with. We will pay X. We're gonna X damage, channel force. Oh, I needed to do more than that. I don't have enough cards. Okay, cancel. We're not gonna do that. We are gonna do this, though. Put any number. Creature or enchantment. You wish you played Magic the Gathering as a kid. Your whole town thought it was demonic, so none of you were allowed to play it. Yeah, that was very common with D&D too. Has anybody had any experience? Yeah, I grew up in the LDS faith, and a lot of people wouldn't let their kids play that. Has anybody had experience with a limited rares? Like, you can only play 5 rares? Did anybody have, like, that sort of gaming experience? I'm curious. Yeah, Satanic Panic was a real deal growing up where I was. Usually only 4 of us, unless you went and played with 30-somethings. Yeah? So you've still been dealing with that room, huh? It's interesting. I feel like around here things got a little bit less... I don't know what the right word is for it. A little less stuck. I don't know. Gunner, welcome in. God, that card is just not working for me. Here, we're going to cast it anyway just to get a blocker. We'll discard the other one. I think target player is me. We'll do, I don't know, point of damage to Gisa. We're probably not going to be able to kill her anyway, or that's one maybe. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. For the unstucking, yeah. 1908. Played for a bit, people who wanted to learn but no idea how to pilot a deck, yeah. Yeah, and that's rough, right? Like, when I started playing with some of the newer groups that I've been dealing with, like, there were definitely some moments where it was like, okay, I can't play this or that without upsetting people, you know? And that's changed, because I think people have been playing... I've been playing with my new group for almost 2 years now, and, like, that's definitely changing. And I've even started saying, like, hey... I'm not gonna hold back forever, right? If I want to kill that, I need to do this. I guess we're just going to be trading our commander because they're going to probably take out the commander. Oh, if they take out the commander, I keep the other shark, so... You're glad you found your group. You all play degenerate decks and actually fun. So there are like 3 or 4 of us in my main pod right now that are okay. Just people can play whatever. And like, it's one thing if somebody always busts out their CEDH deck on us, but like, the 4 of us are pretty resilient, pretty like, okay. You know, my biggest worry is like, because I'm not going to build something like super cutthroat, I just also don't want to bore my friends, right? There is some truth to that too. You don't want to like drag down your pod's fun because you're never swinging very hard. So that's a balance also, right? Let's see. We want to do damage. I really want to take out this guy. Hopefully we can draw into some more damage. We'll submit 0. That was not more damage, regrettably. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to make my own version of this Terra. I can see how it might work for you, but maybe it's just too foreign to my mind. 4 of us can play just about anything. You know, people can bust out their nastiest decks. I think as long as the 4 of us communicate really well, but there are a lot of people in our pod that... Oh, sorry, I didn't want to play that again. A lot of people in our pod that just are going to be really upset if they lose 3 games in a row. And if all of us play our best decks, they're just going to lose all the time. So those people can play together and be a little less gentle with one another. But if we want like certain people's partners to play, or, you know, they're like friend of a friend situations, that's going to get pretty ugly pretty fast. Yeah. You've been on both sides of that. You had to break up your pod because you get people learning stuff, and then there are people who are also sore losers. Yeah. I have definitely seen experienced Magic players that just, despite their best, you can tell they're just upset every time they lose. Like, there's no way, like, there are people I've played with for like 20 years, and they're still sore losers. And like, I'm just like, I don't understand. If you played this game as much as we have, how you can still like freak out about a game. Like, especially a game where if you have more money, you are more advantaged, and that's just a fact. Like, you can be as mad as you want about it, but like, there's a skill ceiling, and there's another ceiling you're never going to break unless you proxy or spend money. Yep. Well, the perfect imbalance. It's one of the reasons why I like this game so much. Net, I don't know if I said hi. Hi. Perfect imbalance is the design paradigm of Magic. There's always going to be another way. Like, I don't know if you've seen, there is a meme going on right now about, what's it called? A meme about Dracogenesis. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. I should shame concede. About Dracogenesis, wow, that's really upsetting. And how there's a 1-drop uncommon from Modern Horizons 3 that's basically just makes Dracogenesis worthless. I don't know if you've seen it. Hey Spooky, thanks for the resub. When you picked up the game, everything was talking about Atraxa, and you still have yet to lose to Atraxa. It's a 1-drop artifact, and yeah, it just anything cast from outside your hand is automatically countered. I could look it up. Yes, that's the one. When you picked up the game, oh, that was weird. It re-submitted your comment, Kev. That was strange. I want to say it's like enigmatic something. But yeah, it's a 1-drop. Baldur's Gate 3? Not me. Offing the entire Druid Grove for the 3rd time. We might have somebody, maybe, who really doesn't like to pay money for things. Especially if he could just try to steal them in Baldur's Gate. And it might lead to violence. And once violence has happened, you know, violence has happened. So I at that point, I just lean in. This one is just Buxton. Were you asking me to play a new deck? I don't think I've made too much the last couple of days. I started making my version of Zoe. Nick at Night, welcome in. Video games are the outlet for that, for sure. I mean, I think it's kind of where I'm at with a lot of things. Like, I've now agreed for my pod that I would, I'll play most of my discard and theft online with strangers. Oh, you didn't recognize the deck box. Got it. This is like the longest my hair's been in years. And I'm getting it cut next Monday, and it's already too long. I don't want to wait that long. It's driving me crazy. Did anybody see that tragedy thing? I'm curious. I really am curious if people actually play Tragic D&D or not. I couldn't do it. But, like, these shows keep getting made, like Last of Us and Walking Dead and all these, like, human misery through zombie apocalypse metaphor shows. And I'm just kind of like, is it me? Who's my favorite commander to play right now? Really been enjoying the original Obeka. Is it Breaker of Hours? Yeah, it's a video I made this morning about tragedy and The Last of Us and how misery porn seems to be a thing, basically. I didn't say that in the video, but that's kind of my thought. But my favorite commanders right now, I really have been enjoying Madison Lee and Paper. I really like Hamza on here. Yeah, I want to... Oh, it's Brute Chronologist then. Is it Brute Chronologist is the original one? She's basically a Sundial of the Infinite with legs. She's another way to get around the sack at the end of turn abilities of things. So she makes a lot of red cloning effects permanent, which I really think is fun. Oh, you know what? We'll wait. We'll do Buxton. Yeah, Zurgo's doing really well. I'm actually making Zurgo for my buddy's birthday. A little bit of an upgraded version of the Precon. With the other commander as the commander with Thunder's Decree instead of the one that comes in the box. Have I ever played the original Alesha? Yes. Actually, the original Alesha was one of the first value decks I ever played. Because you can get so much out of her without paying for it. You did that with Zurgo, play with Mirror Box, yep. Red copies to copy. I mean, I was really excited when I saw that actually worked, Kev. Trevor, Kev, Miss Kangaroo. So many names. I really like the Foundation one too. I actually think just Alesha in general is really good. But I think they're both obviously niche for their own things, but I think both of her cards are really good, which makes me happy for a lot of reasons. If you watched my Dion video, you can probably figure it out. Oh, I missed my landfall trigger there. Lame. What was the Zurgo interaction? So Zurgo has the ability to stop warriors from being sacrificed. So because Zurgo does that, he copies of warriors you make with tokens, there's a whole bunch of flash cloning effects, like the new Fire Crystal. I did a video on that. New Fire Crystal is going to do the same thing. It's going to be end of turn. Yeah, it specifies warrior tokens. Yeah, I like Buxton too. But those warrior tokens don't go away. So you can either do things like play Maskwood Nexus and have, everything be warriors, or any of those flash clone effects from just using on your actual warriors. It does not stop the legend rule. So you have to have Mirror Box out if you want to get around the legend rule. Like Miss Kangaroo just said. OG Alesha is your most powerful deck? Yeah. Mardu Terra, since she makes her irrelevant. Yeah. Mirror Box is not in Standard, no. Jared, we don't talk about Standard here usually. What are you talking about? Zurgo and Camball is a good combo, yeah. Yeah, that's true. We could look at it. Is this the... Yeah, so he has infinite mana now. I just don't... Well, he's infinite mana. Is that gonna... Unless he gets draws. Does he have draws? Okay, he has possible draws from Lifecrafter's Bestiary. So every time he casts creatures... So he's pumping up his guys. Okay. Do they have... And he can keep doing draw with this. So he could actually draw his whole deck. He can make infinite mana. I don't have time for that. I don't. I just don't care. Yeah. It's just... That is tedium on a plate. Alright, we're talking about Zergo enough. I want to play him. Where did Zergo go? Zergo. Wakey, welcome in. Got plenty of mana there, that's good. So he says warrior tokens. It is specifically tokens. Which isn't necessarily a problem. Still makes the mirror box thing work, yeah. But more importantly, he's still working with other warrior interactions. Your plan works to get me... Is that what you're saying? To get me to play Zergo? It's not very hard. You just have to go, ooh, shiny, and I'm like, ooh, shiny. It's fine. Oh, that's unfortunate. Take action. So that's going to be a second to get out. Let's go ahead and get her out instead. I believe she could give us a copy of Zergo as a recall that stays. It's not a precon or anything. It uses Zergo Thunder's Decree, if that's what you're asking. We'll keep this one, the other one will go back to her hand. Oh, I think this one's just numbered still. I don't think I've named it. I don't think I named it. Maybe. Balloon Man, yes. What would I call it? It's a good question. I'm not big for naming my decks. What would I call it? People rage out against it. It's a Mardu mobilized deck, but that just sounds so boring. I do like alliteration, though. It's funny, like... I write and I DM so much, maybe my capacity to make names up is taxed. If I used her ability during the end step, I could have had to sack Zergo. I don't think you can sep it. Because I think the main deck, was it Mardu Surge or Mardu Rage? Maybe Rampage? Maybe Rampage. Probably should have been a little more circumspect about that. Mobilize your ass. Legendary artifacts, Chad. That's a choice. Looks like we're probably going with Balloon Man here. No reason to attack. Need a point redemption to name my decks. They'd probably get named all sorts of terrible things. A point redemption for naming decks. Man, I hate that I'm going to have to do this, but I think I have to do this. I think we're going to go with the Goblin one so I can sack stuff for the Phyrexians. Although with him getting Captain Howler out, maybe it's too late. Balloon Man's really, really good. Azure Beastbinder. And he doesn't allow anything against terms of service. See, I could probably allow things against terms of service as long as people understand that I can't say them out loud. And actually, there's very few words you can't say out loud. I don't think so, because I tried to keep my kindred to warriors exclusively because of the interactions. Aside from Balloon Man and like Mondrak, there's very few non-warrior creatures in here. If you choose Elspethia, see here, we'll illustrate it, right? Because technically the legend rule should stop him. If it stops at the end of turn, it should just still stop. Period. So when we make this copy of him, you'll see that it just doesn't work. I mean, I could run it next turn, but I don't know. This is why you have Kambal, yeah. I don't know. Hey, T-Beard, how's it going, man? We could try. We'll put a stop on my next end step, and we'll try it. I'm curious. If we can make it work, that's awesome. If you aren't following T-Beard, you should follow T-Beard. T-Beard is nearly at 10K. You haven't crossed over yet, have you, T-Beard? Nearly at 10K. Yeah, please do. Of course, he just took out Balloon Man, so I can't test it now. But T-Beard's content's really funny for the most part. But you should definitely give him a follow if you're not following him. Not to mention he also likes Brandon Sanderson. So like more people to geek out with the about the Cosmere would be very helpful for me. Because I can talk about Brandon Sanderson and the Cosmere like all day. We've got the attack trigger thing, so I guess we could do that, do Ishin. Let's see. T-Beard, how close are you? So close. He needs like less than 225 more follows. Yeah, it's Brawl. We were going to try to copy Zergo during the end step to see if it would stop the legend rule from triggering. I don't think it does, but I'd be curious. Speaking of which, did he lost his abilities? Did I miss that? Is that what this Beastbinder is doing? Is it until it dies or something? But it loses abilities until end of turn. Okay, so. No, Zergo Thunder's Decree. Zergo is really, really good. Zergo is, see, sorcery speed. Oh, yeah, so this won't work. So that's another reason why it won't work. I didn't think it would work even if we could do it instant speed. We could probably, once we get Fire Crystal from Final Fantasy, we could try putting it in here and see if we can get it to work. There's not as many flash clone effects. But I think once we get that, we can try that then. Because I don't think Fire Crystal didn't say it's sorcery speed, does it? I don't think it does. Fire Crystal's gonna be so fun. Let's be honest, the whole Final Fantasy set's gonna be so fun. I'm super excited, so. So he's losing his abilities again until his next turn. That is super obnoxious. Know when it drops? When Final Fantasy drops? Final Fantasy will be out on Arena June 10th. Tuesday. After maintenance. Tuesday. I will have been playing it all weekend. I'm going out to Jersey to be with my family there. And we're gonna be playing Final Fantasy all week. Yep. So he's going to have lost he's lost his abilities. Does he regain? All Out Assault's gonna regain it, right? Dude, I wish I had known you last year, man. I did a 5-week road trip across America, and I went all the way from Utah here out to New York and New Jersey with my family, back down, all the way down through like Virginia, down to Alabama to Texas, back up to New York, and then back home. I went through right by your house probably like twice. Makes me very sad that I did not know you. Yeah, hopefully there'll be a next time. I would love to do, honestly, I would love to do that road trip annually. It was so cool. I went to like 40 game stores across America and played Magic and D&D and like just got to meet all sorts of shop owners and people playing Commander. I got to play D&D with online gaming groups, and the whole thing was just fantastic. Yeah. I thought that was the case, Miss Kangaroo, but it was a long road trip. It was, gosh. It was... $2,200. It was thousands of miles. I don't think we hit 10,000, but it was definitely like 6. It was a lot. I think I'm gonna try T-Beard. It's gonna be like seat in my pants though. I didn't get an invite or anything. But I might still actually try to make it down. We had a gaming retreat that I was gonna do, and we had to cancel it, so I've got all that money back, and maybe I'll try to make Vegas happen out of it. Yeah, I was in Texas during that road trip. I did. I was actually there. I got my tattoo done during the hurricane, and like had to stay in the tattoo shop all day because there was a hurricane going on. Barely made it out of Texas. This is what happens when I'm chatting this much. I don't mind though, because you guys are more important than playing Arena, and I'm still probably getting some sort of credit for something. At the very least, I'm getting Brawl credit for achievements. But you're in Dallas, Tara? Trying to remember. Are you going to go to Vegas, T-Beard? I do have Master Multiply. In fact, I ended up with a second copy of that deck. Which reminds me, I need to do another post about... Oh, so I was actually in your town. I need to do another post about... Well, that shouldn't count for my win, should it? Oh, thanks for the heart, me. Did it go? Sometimes if I'm not like stooped down a little bit, it misses me. Yeah, that's what I heard, Pointed. The guy who got the Hawk Tua tattoo came in while I was there. That was pretty funny. But I was in that chair for a long time. Beard, I don't know if it filtered you out saying anything. I was curious if you're going to Vegas, though. The shop is closed now? Really? That's too bad. The way... Okay, cool. So you are going. The way he was talking, pointed, I felt like he was maybe heading for some drama. There was a little drama going on. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I've applied for guest 3 times now, and it hasn't happened. I'm still going to keep doing it, but I figure even still, it's like I go to Gen Con. I do get invited to some stuff at Gen Con, but I still am usually going on my own dime. But I still just love going. Siegebreaker. Oh, great. I look down, I look up, and there's Ugin. Oh boy. Yeah, that's good game. If he's got a good mana setup for it, I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, enjoy. All right. I need to punch out on a win here, so let's play something a little faster. No problem. You have a good one, man. He moved shops and didn't file a business. Oh, wow. Find 5 Gs a day? Holy cow. That's a lot. That is wild. Like, on one level, I get it. You gotta, like, enforce and regulate. But at the same time, like, yeah. On another level. That's ridiculous. Castle, welcome in. Flumph! Love Flumph. Flumps make me happy. Blackguard T, welcome in. Let's do this, since we're gonna probably play Dragon Soul Prodigy. Might have made more sense to play the Dryad. Might have made more sense to play the Dryad. I may regret that. But we'll probably do Meringue River Regent via the Omen copying thing next. Oh, we got another one. Maybe building up is a better idea. We'll play this, and then we'll drop another Dragon Soul Prodigy. And then next turn, we'll get 2 regions and a concession. I am good. Hold your applause. Welcome in. All right. So we've got a little bit of mana. I think we're going to do this. Should give us 2 copies of the Regent, which should bounce all of his creatures. Probably make him feel pretty salty. Maybe we'll actually do this enchantment too, instead of the Soul Warden. We'll discard the counterspell because I never end up playing it anyway. Play another Prodigy. Full swing. LF, welcome in. Alright, so I think maybe we do this. Wait, cancel. We don't want that. We want this one. Does Phyrexian transform? Anything that does a flip exile will shake the pacifism. But transforming like a flip card, if it doesn't specifically says it exiles, it just turns over. So some cards say exile and some don't, and I believe there are Phyrexians that do both. So that is not a definite answer. Some yes, some no. The way the transform is worded is different on some of them. Ronald, welcome in. I have to double check to make sure that's the truth for all Phyrexians, though. Not all Phyrexians. Another Meringue River Regent would be amazing right now. Nope. But a pretty good one. That is a pretty good one. Wait a second. We could actually get 4 of them. He actually has a stop before his counter gain. That is interesting. Wonder why he's doing that. He's going to get a ton of life from this. We're going to do a lot of damage too, but... Question is, am I going to give him enough life that he's going... No, he won't get it. He won't get the Angel trigger. But I am going to get a ton of life also. think overall that was still worth it. Yeah, I just get a little sketchy with white. I don't think he was tapped out. We're going to get a shit ton of dragons on this next swing, though. I'm assuming he's going to concede unless he board wipes. Or he's going to rope. I think we're going to be waiting for a second. He doesn't have enough to get lifelink from the angel thing. We'll go ahead and drop this to see if we can get another. Okay. Okay, folks, I'm going to get going. Please take care of the other people's lives. Please take care of yourself. We'll talk to you tomorrow. There's a small chance of a lunch stream. I'm not going to guarantee it because I am drafting today. But I might get burned out on writing, so maybe I'll need a break and I'll just get on and do a live anyway. We'll see. Talk to you later.